Hey everyone, it's Turk, and I'm just gonna do like a very quick brief down on what you should know before you start playing solo leveling Arise. So what you should know first is you should try to push through story so you can get to chapter 9 where you can unlock Army of Shadows, and that's where you unlock Igris, which is the knight that you start first, or the first shadow you get, Igris. And not only that, try to complete battle missions because you get 2 pulls for clearing the whole section, and you get another 2 pulls for clearing everything with trophy. And that also leads to the ranking system, which, depending on how much battle missions or battle trophies you have, every week you get a set amount of essence stones that you can get for each week, which is really good. You shouldn't worry about artifacts. So these are your artifacts until you're after your level 35 and after you finish chapter 9, I believe, because that's when you actually unlock these 2. Should be like after chapter 9, but you should probably just wait until you actually unlock these 2 to actually start leveling up your gear. However, if you feel like you hit a wall, you can start upgrading your artifacts just up to like probably +5. But if you feel like you're still stuck, you might have to grind out some levels for Jinwu. For the shadow portion, this is just my opinion, but I recommend that you upgrade Igris first for his rank, as he gives critical hit rate for all your team members. While the other shadows are, you can get them obviously, but Iron gives HP, Tank gives defense, and Blade gives attack. You should try to do your challenges, as it nets you 120 pulls, and you should do these while you do story. So this is a 100% priority, as you also get SSR weapon, which is the scythe. And at the last of chapter 12, you also get a dupe. When you're doing gates, you should try to aim for A rank or S rank. Now, dungeons give various different materials. Blue gates give weapon enhancements to level up your weapons. Purple gates give you weapon limit breaks, so getting to like level 20 to level 40 cap, 40 cap to 60 cap, and so on. Red gates give you enhancements for your armory, which is this, and it's also used to fuse runes, so to make skill fragments or your blessing stones. But I think it's just only skill runes. Should be only skill runes. Now, yellow gates only give gold, and that's pretty much it. And the reason why you want to get only A and S rank is because you can get Mark of Time, which is used for armory slots, and also they give more EXP and gold. You should try to invest in 2 main weapons. For example, Moon Shadow and Shadow Scythe are my 2 main weapons. However, you should also keep some open options for SR weapons such as Westwind, Radiru's Family Longbow, Kasaka's Venom Fane is also great, or Burning Demon Grimoire, and this is opinionated through various persons depending on what weapons you have. And obviously, if you need to invest in other weapons, try to keep it at level 20 so you don't waste too much money and materials to enhance your weapons. Now, you should try to invest in 3 main hunters. For example, my 3 main hunters are Choi, Seo, and Minbyung. Now you can invest in every other hunters if you like for build synergy. So for example, I can use Choi and Emma because these 2 have some synergy. Or if you have Silver Mainbeck and Libora, these 2 have some synergy as well, just buffing wise. Minbyung is also your natural healer and a buffer as well, which is really great for crit users. You should attempt Battle of Time, as doing these stage/boss rushes net you free materials. So if you don't have the power to like clear them, that's okay. What matters is the clear rewards. Power of Destruction. Now, you won't get hard difficulty, but you'll get normal difficulty. You should try to do it, as the reward checkpoints is about 6 million, I believe. So that's a lot of free stuff you could be getting. Don't forget to pick up your rate ups, as this is how you get your like characters pretty much with more rate. So you get more of a chance to get these 4 than these other like 10 or 12. Try to stay your power, as above as the recommended total power. If you're below the total power, you will have decreased stats and you'll start critting less. I don't know about the stats, but power deficiency in most gachas is pretty normalized, so I would assume that you have decreased stats. But for crit rate works differently, and I am not sure if it's intended, but shout out to Painblade for figuring this out. You crit more even at 40 or 50% if you're higher power compared to when you have lower power. In the armory section, it's better to invest all into your armory slots, so you have additional total power compared to upgrading them with only 3, which is what you start with, I believe. Now, you should always try to play weakness. So for this boss, their weakness is light, so light will do additional damage compared to like dark, because he's strong against dark, so your dark attacks do 50%, but this is only if you have no dupes. However, if you have a weapon that has dupes, so my West Wind, usually the West Wind should do more damage than my family longbow, but because it's kind of like a 1 to 2 dupe difference, usually I believe my longbow will do more damage than my West Wind, but that varies, so it's kind of a pick and choose. But usually playing weakness is usually better in most cases. In the shop section, remember you should always buy keys first, as this can further maximize your artifact drops. However, you could also spend for advanced mana crystals, as these are used for crafting. But if you need weapon enhancement stuff or artifact stuff, these are also viable to buy. But however, I would only stick with keys and the mana crystal. Don't forget to claim your level achievements, as they increment from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, but after 50 it increments to 5, 55, 60, and 65. The next 70 and 75. Are you stuck on getting stats or have trouble finding what you need for your character? Well, there's this button called recommended stats, and it tells you what stats you need for each particular character. And this is also shown in the stats in the artifact screen as well. Team comp synergy is also important. For example, Choi is a raw damage dealer that takes defense penetration but cannot crit, while my Seo can crit. So you would put Min Byung first, as he gives crit when he ults. So Seo could benefit from that. The most important thing is setting your shadow authority, as each shadow gives a unique shadow authority buff. As Igris, again, gives crit. Tank gives defense, Blade gives attack, and Iron gives HP, so use accordingly. Weekly missions reset when you complete every single mission, so out of all of these, once this weekly mission is done, this whole weekly section automatically refreshes, so you don't have to wait for each week to cycle through, which is really neat. Now, going to the activity funds, these increase every time you hit a certain threshold of level. So I'm ranked 30, but I will get 31 once I reach level 66. Now, character level, which includes all your hunters, so your other playable characters, are all accumulated, and the higher the total is, the more additional gold and XP you get. However, don't mindlessly invest in characters you don't use, because you'll need your gold for characters, their gear, but also your artifacts. If you go in the craftables, which is located down here, you can craft character weapons, which are very good, and they are very powerful. So I recommend trying to craft most of your characters that you use, so your main 3, and try to get dupes for them. Of course, you can craft many other like weapons, but make sure you actually use them like a lot, so you're not wasting material and money. Lastly, whenever there are NPCs spawned in the lobby, if you go up to them and talk to them, you get 5 as instants. I think that's it for what you need to know before you start solo leveling Arise. I'm not sure if I missed anything, or I'm pretty sure I have, but that's okay. The rest is left to you to uncover, but if I did miss something, leave a comment down below, and thanks for watching. See ya.